right off the bat here, today is the day that I have officially sold my 12-inch MacBook. And it's only fitting that I now, almost a year later, do a review of my MacBook Pro that I've been using for almost a month now. And it has been beautiful. It has a terabyte of storage, that is why I updated. And it has been good to me. Now getting to the port situation, as you know, this model, the baseline model without the touch bar, has 2 ports on it now, which has been honestly a big lifesaver. Coming from that MacBook only having 1 port, yeah, it was doable, but there was a lot of times when I would want like external drive plugged into the side and charge, or for instance have my microphone plugged in and charge. Now for those instances I would just grab a dongle, but having the extra port here has been very, very helpful. As you can see, those 2 extra USB ports, they're super helpful. I really enjoy them a lot. So the whole display this time around didn't get any better. I got the new Infinity War, just dropped like 2 days ago to buy. Oh, it's so amazing. But the screen this time around, coming from the old MacBook, didn't get any better, and that really sucks, man. Because I like I said before, I use this as a mobile TV. I would really prefer, now using it for a while, I would love to prefer 1000 nit display, or at least a 800 nit, just like the new iPhone 10, versus 500 nit, which it has right now. Because there's been like, outside you cannot see the screen, the hair and dust you can see constantly. I wipe it off on the daily, multiple times a day. I would love a brighter screen. 1000 nits would be perfect, double the brightness. The screen itself, like the resolution is good, like the Retina display, that's awesome. It hugely depends on what you're watching. Like Infinity War here, it's very optimized, it's gorgeous 4K HDR, so it looks absolutely beautiful on this display. Actually any display, because it's so sharp. So it just really depends on what you're watching. But I mean, yeah, movies work fine on this guy. Absolutely gorgeous. From the old to the young, gonna make your body rock. It's really easy. So one thing I want to touch on is the speakers. With the Pro, they definitely have increased in quality. They're just better all around. And you can kind of get a little hear for yourself. It's not that bass. There's no bass in this song, so I mean. Yeah, you can kind of get a sense for it there. I mean, just take my word for it. These speakers are better than the 12-inch MacBook. So now the thinness of the computer, the whole weight, like this computer is now a pound heavier than my old computer, the MacBook. And to be honest, I thought that was going to be a problem, but if I do my little corner test, this computer's still light as hell. It's super light still, and it's also super thin. This computer's actually, the Pros are actually as thin as the MacBook in a way. Now in the back they are as thin as the MacBook. It's just with the MacBook, the only difference is it tapers forward. So the front is the same width as the back of it, so it's completely straight. There's no taper in the Pro. So it's going to be a little bit thicker in that sense in the front versus the back. So I mean, it's still light. It's still, I mean, 3 pounds, that's nothing. You don't even recognize it. It has been just perfect, you know. There's no problem. The thinness, the lightness is the same as the MacBook. I mean, compared to me, I mean, everyday use, I mean, everyday person, casual use, me, you know, me, you, we're not going to notice it. I didn't notice it. So, I mean, it's perfectly fine. Absolutely.
Turn round and let me see. Turn round and let me see a boom pineapple wine. $1.50 all the time.
So loading up Logic here, it's roughly the same speed as the MacBook. I have, coming from the two machines, I haven't noticed a speed difference, which is goofy, but it's true. So everything still works. Everything works as it's supposed to be. So there's not a problem there. I can still do everything I want to do. So that's beautiful. Oh, yeah. The big thing I do with computing is downloading files, making music, and watching videos. Watching videos is like #1. So.
Turn round and let me see. Turn round and let me see a boom pineapple wine.
So the only reason I got rid of my 12-inch MacBook was because of storage. I wanted the maximum amount of storage I could get, and that was 1 terabyte. So I went and got the MacBook Pro 13-inch without the touch bar. And it has been so handy, so amazing. I can store everything I want on this guy. He's technically filled up by now, so I still need to use a drive. But just having so much storage on one machine has been so helpful. So, like, mindless, like I can just chuck whatever I want, and it's been amazing. Now, was it worth it? Why did I do it? And yes, it was worth it. Yeah. It definitely was worth it. I enjoy it. I really enjoy it. And why did I do it? It's just 256 gigabytes wasn't enough at all, especially when your system takes up like 40 gigs. Like, that's ridiculous. And that fills up way too fast. So a terabyte is what you need. I recommend that 100%. So right here, they still have the problem with the keyboard, the sticky keys. So I got this little cover here. Now I've also found this also helps with spit, debris, and hair that also gets on the keyboard. So I can just wipe it off, pick it up, and do it that way. So the 13-inch MacBook Pro without a touch bar, do I think you should get it? The answer is yes. No, but I think you should get it. I mean, it's definitely not worth getting the more expensive MacBook Pro that has the touch bar. I mean, because the touch bar, I think, is useless. I would never ever use it. The real reason you would get the other models is the better performance now with the 2018 versions. The more cores, yeah, the better performance, storage, and the more ports. Should you get this guy? I mean, between 2017 and 2018, this guy has not changed a bit, which is super duper dumb. So it's still the same product, still the same machine. It comes down to this. The reason I got it was for the terabyte of storage. You cannot get a MacBook for a terabyte of storage, which sucks. So do I think you should get this computer? I say so, yes. You should definitely get this computer. The terabyte of storage is super handy. No need to plug in no external drive. It's been beautiful. It's all out yes. Go get it. You won't be disappointed.
Shake till the whole night, the sun come down. Sing again, sing again, sing again. Oh, na, na. Sing again.
Welcome. I want to say thank you so much for 13,000 views on my 12-inch MacBook review. That is just absolutely incredible. Thank you so much. I did not expect that at all.
Blow my smoke in the sky, still ignoring advice.